So, hello, Makayla, and welcome to the Stories of Northern Life podcast. Can I get you to introduce yourself in your own words?
So, my name is Makayla, and I am the owner and operator of Algoma Makers Market.
And Made by Mak, I guess,
And
too.
Made by Mak.
Awesome. So, were you always a maker or crafty person?
No. So, I started crafting in 2017 when we found out I couldn't have kids and we needed a way to pay for some fertility treatments. So I started Made by Mak, formerly known as Legge Creations, to help fund those treatments.
That's awesome.
So I've been in business for 5 years now.
Yeah, that's a long way. What was the first product you made then?
I made a cup that said, "More booze, please," for Halloween.
Do you remember what your first sale was?
I do not. I was in the bush plane for the very first time in 2018, and that's when I really launched the business to start like markets and stuff like that, and that's when I really started sales. So
right.
I really couldn't tell you.
That's okay. What did it start feeling like when you started to make those sales? Like what?
It was wild to know that people wanted to buy things that were handmade.
Right.
Because it was new to the handmade world, so it's crazy that people support small businesses and their dreams.
Yeah. How has your business kind of evolved over the years?
So Made by Mak went from being just strictly cricket crafts, like the typical wine glasses, pill cases, etc., to scrunchies and stickers, and I've evolved in that sense now that I do sublimation and stuff like that, and it's been a very crazy 5 years.
Yeah. I thought an interesting topic like around makers and small businesses is that people have a hard time like investing in themselves and their like brands and things. So I just wanted to kind of know, like, what have you invested into your business?
I've invested so much.
I can imagine.
It's not even and it's hard to keep track, especially when, like, I don't do this full time because I do have a job, and not that small businesses aren't jobs, because some people put their heart and soul into it and they can make it a full-time career, but it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort and investment that way. So like sitting down and actually taking the time to do things is a lot, especially like for people that have kids or jobs. It's a lot. But sometimes I just sit in front of a sewing machine for hours because it relaxes me.
Yes, you get in that zone and you just disassociate. So have you always been able to just like put back into your business then, I guess?
Yes,
it's
always.
come easy to you. What do you future hope to invest into Mak?
I want to be able to do it more than I do now. Yeah. And I love the creative outlet it has given me. Yeah. But I want to be able to do it more than I do now. Yeah. But I just started a new job, so it's been kind of like here, I'll do it when I have time as I adjust to the new job. But I want to give back more time than I did. And I used to do it a lot while I was on mat leave, and that's kind of how it helped pick up and do more markets and make more products. So awesome. That's my goal. That's awesome. To do it more again.
Do you only sell through markets, or do you have other ways of?
I used to have a website, and then over the summer I closed the website because I made no sales in 2 months, and I only made sales at markets, so it wasn't feasible cost-wise to have a website open when people were only buying locally. Yeah,
that's fair. What inspires you to continue to keep on making?
That creative outlet. Yeah. And it gives me, like, knowing people come to the markets for Halloween sweaters, or then they come again for Christmas sweaters. It's like the people genuinely enjoy my products. Yeah. It makes me feel good.
That's awesome. Okay, so going into the Makers Market, you started this in 2021. And so what was the start?
So I actually started in 2021. Yeah. I thought it was 2020, but no, it was 2021. I wanted a way for markets to come back after COVID safely and give small businesses the opportunity to begin selling again. So I was supposed to have some inside, and then COVID cases surged, so we closed and we moved to an online market, which was not the best.
No.
And then I started in the parking lot of Benjamin Moore Paint and Decor Concepts, and it kind of just exploded from there.
Yeah.
I started with 15 to 20 local vendors in the parking lot, and now I have 70 at the upcoming market at the machine shop in 2 weeks.
That's awesome.
It's been a very crazy journey.
Yeah, I was at the very first one, I'm pretty sure, in the parking lot, and it was awesome. It was nice. Do you have a background in event planning?
I do not. I actually went to school to be a nurse, and I was a nurse for 7 years before I quit my job in August to do event management and marketing at the machine shop.
Awesome. So when you first started the Makers Market, did you like scout out the makers, or did you already have like a small community? How did you?
I just put a call on social media and said, join my market, and here we are.
Amazing. And how do people still find you now? Like, how does that work in growing your Makers Market?
It's still social media, or some people will call and email. So like, I found like social media has grown me and my business for sure that way. And I usually post on social, like on Instagram or Facebook, when I have like upcoming applications, and that's how people will apply. Okay.
So it's through applications.
Yeah.
Do they apply per like event, or they apply to be a part of the group, or
per event?
Per event. Okay. Interesting. Okay, cool. So how did the pandemic, I guess, influence both the Makers Market in both a positive and negative way?
So, like I said, with Made by Mak, I had only done one show at the Bush Plain before COVID, and then COVID postponed a lot of in-person events because you could only have so many people indoors, and if you have 80 vendors, you can't have any patrons because you have all the people that you max with the vendors. So having it outside gave us the opportunity to practice social distance and have the appropriate number of people, because we were in an enclosed space.
Yeah.
So that it kind of kick-started it that way, and then when the restrictions lifted, we were able to start moving inside and doing bigger events. So it kind of helped it in a positive way, because if COVID wouldn't have happened, then I wouldn't be here.
Right. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. Something good came out of it. Are there some makers that have been with you like since the beginning, and how have they like continued with the Makers Market throughout all this time?
There's quite a few that have been with me since day one, and they've definitely evolved, and they've done really well, and they're like, some of them have been able to do this full time because of the markets.
Yeah.
So it's been nice to watch their growth alongside my growth.
That's awesome. How many are part of the collective currently, you said?
Over 125.
Wow.
Is in my little database.
Yeah. Is that how you...
My Google sheet.
Is that how you keep track and you email them and be like, there's an event?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. How many Makers Markets have you put together, like events, do you think, approximately?
I think there was 13 or 15 this year. So I had to say average that many in a year.
Yeah.
And I don't think that includes any extras I do with the museum tomorrow or Rotary Fest. Like, that's just strictly indoor and outdoor with the machine shop.
Wow. So there's quite a few more mixed in there. Yeah. Wow. How has the Makers Market influenced other aspects of your life? Like the job at the machine shop, I assume, was like a big shift.
Yeah. So I realized that I really enjoyed doing what I do with the markets and making that difference with a small business, making them be able to do this full time or make extra money when they didn't have that. Yeah. So I realized I really wanted to do this full time. And then the job at the machine shop came up and I applied, and obviously I've worked with them before, so they're like, we'll give you a shot. And I've been there for 2 months now.
That's awesome. Awesome. Great. What piece of advice do you have for someone who wants to start selling products but don't know where to start, really?
Just do it.
Yeah.
Apply to a market or sell on Facebook. People will always support you. And it's crazy the amount of people that show up to a market despite them being every other weekend. Like they'll still come and they'll still spend money and they'll still show the support all the time.
Yeah.
And it's wild.
Yeah.
So just start.
Do you build a strong connection with your clients, that people buy your products? Do you see them quite often coming to the same shows?
I do.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's a beautiful thing, I think. So yes, we do have a Makers Market here at the museum. Well, a small one at the museum for Moonlight Magic tomorrow, which I'm going to be airing this tomorrow, so it'll be today, from 4 to 10 here at the Sioux Museum. And there'll be about, I think there's 5 makers. And we'll have hot chocolate, apple cider, and Antomica will be here and a few other people. So it'll be awesome. What else do you have lined up for the Makers Market coming up?
So there's one this weekend, November 18th from 10 to 4 at Quattro. And then there's 49 local vendors in that one.
Wow.
And then December 1st and December 2nd at the machine shop. December 1st is from 6 to 10. And December 2nd is from 10 to 4. Those ones have 70 local vendors. We have a sip and shop experience, so the bar will be open.
Nice.
Free skating outside, beaver tails, Hogan's Maple Taffy, live music, swag bags to the first 50 people for both days.
Awesome.
And there's a lot. So
that's awesome.
10 out of 10 would recommend.
Definitely.
Yeah.
How have you seen these events evolve over the years?
Definitely going from a parking lot with 20 people to now 70 people, a bar, a free skate. It's wild to watch the growth. It just from something so small to now something so big and a part of our community.
Yes, it really is a huge part of the community. It feels like it's been around for forever, and it's only been around for 2 years now.
And it's crazy for me to look at that, because I always say, oh no, I'm not that big. And someone's like, no, you gotta stop and you gotta look at it, because it's a lot.
Yeah.
And you've done well. And I'm like, no.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't think it's gotten to where it is, and then I step back and I realize it has, and it's crazy for me to look at it like that.
No, that's awesome. You should. Yes, it definitely is impactful. It's at the Rotary Fest and all these big things. Yes.
It's crazy.
And even if someone stumbles upon it, then they, people just stumble upon it, and then they're now knowledgeable about this bigger community. It's great. It's great. Well, is there anything else you want to talk about today? I feel like I missed.
I don't think you missed anything.
Okay, great. Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Well, you're welcome.
It was lovely chatting with you.
Thank you for having me.
And I wish you the best on all the Makers Markets this holiday season. Another question maybe I'll ask is the difference between the seasons.
Definitely Christmas is our busiest.
Yeah.
Christmas, and then we typically do one for Easter and Mother's Day so that people can shop local at those times too. But Easter we saw 1,000 through the door, and Mother's Day was about 850. So we still see lots of traffic, but Christmas is by far the biggest market season, and that goes for everybody in the Sioux, Bush Plain or One Stop Christmas Show. They're all big hits because everybody loves to shop local.
Definitely, especially around Christmas too. Get a little extra
I'm doing
money
all my
in
Christmas
everyone's
shopping this weekend.
Christmas markets. No, that's awesome. Moonlight Magic is a great opportunity to do that too. All the local businesses downtown. So awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.